On January 7, 2026, President Trump ordered the United States to withdraw from the United Nations and dozens of international organizations tied to it, saying these bodies no longer serve America's interest and only work against U.S. sovereignty. By January 30th, the United Nations announced they are out of cash. The UN Secretary General warned the organization could run out of money by July 2026, unable to pay staff, fund programs, or even keep core operations running. And people are surprised? This is the same United Nations that for years kept calling Venezuela's president Nicolas Maduro illegitimate, issuing statements, holding meetings, releasing condemnations, yet never actually did anything to stop the dictatorship. Just press releases, just speeches, no action. The moment the United States steps in to enforce order and take decisive action, suddenly the UN finds its voice again, condemning, criticizing, and crying foul. Look at Iran. Over 30,000 people killed while demanding change. And what did the United Nations do? Statements, condemnations, emergency meetings, nothing changed, no enforcement, no consequences. India and Pakistan were on the brink, and Trump stepped in to shut it down. The UN? More speeches. That's the pattern. Talk when things go wrong. Condemn after the damage is done. No teeth, no power, just microphones. So what exactly is the purpose of an organization that claims global authority but depends heavily on one country's money to survive? The same United States they constantly criticize is the same one keeping their lights on. And now that the US pulls back, the UN is suddenly facing collapse. That tells you everything. If an organization falls apart the moment America steps away, then maybe it was never truly united or powerful to begin with. Funny enough, a lot of countries in the same UN have been fighting the US dollar to de-dollarize the same currency, sponsoring their organizations for years. Thank God President Trump thinks as I do, you can't be fighting me while I continue to sponsor you. So the real question is this. What's the point of being in the United Nations when our country can act, enforce, and get results, while the UN only talks? At some point, speeches stop saving lives. Action does.